Today on Golf Destination, we take a look back at some of our favorite segments from the past year, along with a couple of new ones that didn't make the show but will now. We visit the Carton House in Ireland, La Hacienda in Spain. We get a couple of teaching tips, and we speak to one of the more popular teachers online on this episode of Golf Destination. It's all coming your way next. Welcome to Golf Destination. I'm Meredith Corman. Now let's visit Carton House, a 36-hole facility just west of Dublin, where Director of Golf Liam McCool gives a unique tour of the golf courtyard.
So right now we're in the golf courtyard. This is unique. I mean, have a look about. At the moment we're parking golf buggies here, whereas many years ago it would have been horses. As we walk through this area, we'll come across the area where they used to wash the carriages many years ago. So the horsemen would drive the carriages down, wash them, park up the horses, put them away for the night, and put away the carriages. Okay, so the carriages were washed. The horsemen then took the horses and brought them into the stables. Now these stables are unique. We've got loads of history there from years and years ago. We use them now as part of our golf services, where we clean clubs, store clubs, and general wear and tear really. This is where the guys are based, and it's extremely unique. I don't think there'll be anywhere else in the world that would have this facility. I'm asked this question quite a bit. What are these steps for? So many years ago, because of the attire that the ladies wore, long dresses, it made life quite easy to get on a horse. So this was invented. And as you can see, you're up a queer height and made it much easier to climb onto a horse. Now we're in the carriage house, which, would you believe it, many years ago was used as a tennis club. But now we've obviously transferred it into one of the leading restaurants in the hotel, and you can see why it's so popular. So casual and a great menu. Okay, so just behind me here we have the main hub of the golf operation, the pro shop. It's a unique building. Again, it was used many years ago as stables, but we've tried to retain that bit of heritage, and we'll bring you in and let you have a look around and show you the lovely facility that we have. We sell lots of the leading brands, Peter Miller, Fairway and Green, Titleist and FootJoy, so we cater for everyone.
While we visited, Liam was nice enough to play his favorite hole on the O'Meara course and the Montgomery course.
Hello and welcome to the 16th hole on the O'Meara course. An intriguing par 3. Today it's playing 157 yards. Off the tips it's 185. But as you can see, very important to be up here. No fairway, only water the whole way. For me it's a 7-iron today. Middle of the green is always good. The green's actually quite subtle, so very important to make sure you're up as opposed to being short, otherwise you're in a watery grave. Okay, let's go. Yeah, I'll take that. About 15 feet left. Easy 2-putt. Now we're on the 18th hole on the Montgomery course, my favourite hole, although there's a lot of really good holes in this course. It's a 500-yard par 5. Ideal line is a big tree on the left-hand side with a slight fade, and then that really opens the green up for your next shot. Right. Okay, so now I've left myself in a pretty good position. I have about 220 yards to the green. But before all that, just have a look on your right hand side. We have a beautiful boathouse down by the green, and then to the right of that, a beautiful manor house. I don't think you'll get a better finish, a better view anywhere in Ireland right now. Ideally here you want to keep the ball slightly left. Everything kicks into the water on the right hand side, so left's a good side. Okay, so now I'm sitting here in two. I am about 40 feet away. Ideally I would like to be a bit closer, but I thought it'd be a good idea to show you the sort of swing on this green. It moves about 1.5 feet from the left hand side, and it's very quick around the hole, so let's try to get this close. Yeah, pretty good line, just a little bit short, so 3-4 footer for a birdie. Right, fairly straight this time. There we go. 2-putt birdie, the finish, not bad. And then I can take in the lovely view to the right hand side.
Next, we speak with Christina Ricci from More Pars and learn about her teaching style and her online approach to better golf. When Golf Destination, presented by Goslings of Bermuda, continues.
Golf Destination is brought to you in part by Goslings, the official rum of leisure.
PGA professional Christina Ricci continues to build an audience online with her Get More Pars website and social media. Recently, we spoke with Christina on how she got her start. Christina, at what point did you know that teaching golf would be your life's passion?
So after writing my first book, which was a girl's encore survival guide to golf, it was marketed to women. I received a lot of emails and personal stories of women really improving their game. And what I really saw in those emails and the responses that I got in person as well was just like a motivation, you know, because if someone has a motivation and an inspiration to stay in the game, especially women, you know, this was a few years back when the game was still a little bit male dominated. It really gave me joy to see these women improving, and it just kind of catapulted into, you know, moving into certification where I could teach these players personally. You know, at the time I was an amateur when I wrote this book, and then it was prompted for me to get certified, which made a lot of sense. And then from there, it just became my life passion.
Yeah, you've been able to build up an impressive following online and on social media. What do you think has been the main contributor to that?
For the online, the videos have been a great success for me, and just getting value out to players that are looking for it. You know, with YouTube and all social media, it's all about video now. You know, before it was more about books, but now everybody's online and they really love the videos. And the response that I get from my videos personally, they like them because they're short, they like them because they're non-technical, they like them because I'm funny. You know, I throw in some humor because golf is pretty serious, so, you know, if I can get them a chuckle while they're learning, they like it. So, and the importance for online is just to be really consistent. I post a tip every Saturday, and it's, you know, people enjoy it.
Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Bye.
Now she gives us a quick teaching tip.
Hey guys, Christina Ricci. If you want more pars, but you really struggle with your putting, you're three-putting way too many greens, then let's take a look at one of the best putters in the world, Cameron Smith. He's an awesome putter, and I'm going to share in detail what he does really well so you can incorporate into your putting and it will really be a game changer. You're gonna like it. Ready? Let's get to it. All right, what Cameron does really well is with the setup, he keeps his elbows in. All right, so everything is connected. So then he can really work the shoulders around the spine. All right, it's a tiny move. And you can let the putter release properly. What he's not doing is this. This is where I see players go off. This is attempting to guide the putter head. All right, trying to keep it super straight. Back and straight through. All right, this isn't moving at all. All right, that's a big no-no with putting. All right, you gotta get the arms in, chest to arm connection. So the chest moves too. All right, that's really important. This is a false sense of stability right here. I call this rocking the baby. Let's keep the baby in the crib. That's some of the real magic with his stroke. All right, and I'm just gonna exaggerate this so you can see it. I'm gonna take the putter and I'm gonna go like this. He lets this happen. So then when he lets go, that momentum hits the ball. They're not letting physics do it. They're trying to guide it. Where Cameron makes everything because he's letting physics do it. He's letting physics do it. So you just change the length of your backstroke and then you let physics do the rest. That takes care of the energy. Right? So a longer putt will be a longer backstroke and that adds more energy at the bottom. All right, so that's the magic to putting. All right, where players can go off from down the line view is they'll take the putter either too inside, all right, or too outside. Where Cameron basically just kind of looks like he takes it slightly inside and then up. All right, he goes up with the putter head and then down. All right, that's where the magic is. That was a beautiful roll. Allowing the putter to fall. All right, and then he holds his finish just like that. Really important that you hold your finish. All right, a lot of players recoil, all right, because they're holding the putter so tight and then they're trying to guide it and then they have no control whatsoever. It just brings like a peaceful, easy feeling to your putting stroke. Give it a shot. Let me know how it goes.
Ahead, we travel to Spain and visit La Hacienda in the Casa de Sol.
Golf Destination is brought to you in part by Goslings, the official rum of leisure.
Welcome back to Golf Destination from the Sociable Studios. I'm Meredith Gorman. The south of Spain is beautiful, and upon our travel expert Dove's recommendation, we chose to play La Hacienda, an incredible track with the Rock of Gibraltar in the background of every shot. The south of Spain is breathtaking, and the La Hacienda Links Golf Resort offers some of the best views of the Casa del Sol on the Mediterranean. The Heathland course was designed by former Ryder Cupper Dave Thomas. This par 73 winds itself through the hills, offering beautiful views of the Mediterranean. However, when our team was there, they played the Links course. The Links course was renovated by Curtis Bowman in 2021, and the golfers who have played it are ecstatic about the new design.
All the feedback we had after the renovation is very positive, so we're very happy with the result.
Here are some of the holes that you'll remember long after you play it. The opening holes build to a crescendo, much like Pebble Beach, as you await that first wow factor and the par 5 fifth hole delivers. You stand on the tee looking directly at the Rock of Gibraltar on this downhill hole par 5. You should be able to reach it in 2, and you may not need driver off of the tee as a hazard bisects the fairway. The green has 3 bunkers protecting it. The 7th hole is another downhill par 5 of only 460 yards. This hole is about placement of your tee ball, and your approach is over water. The Halfway House is a name that really doesn't do justice to one of the coolest midway points in golf. The sleek and modern design is simple but uniquely elegant. To say it has $1 million view would be to cheapen the view, as it looks out over the Costa del Sol of the Mediterranean, the Rock of Gibraltar, and the forests of Africa. You could stay there all day, but you can't, as the tables come with an hourglass that gives you 15 minutes to soak in the views and the vibe. Back to golf, and we head to the back nine and the par 3 12th that measures up to 176 yards and plays over water to a tricky green. The par 4 15th is a short par 4 that plays uphill and will have you thinking about driving it. Deep traps await those who fail. The golf course isn't the only renovation, as La Hacienda recently renovated the clubhouse with a new pro shop and elegant restaurant. But the biggest plans are near completion. A Fairmont hotel that will be the talk of Europe.
We are developing a very huge hotel to be one of the best resorts, the main resort in the south of Europe. The hotel will be managed for Fairmont. It's a very luxury brand, an international brand, American mainly. And the name will be Fairmont La Hacienda, like our project, because at least we will have a resort with 2 different courses and hotel with 30 luxury villas. Because the hotel has around 311 keys. We have a main building with the room, and then 30 luxury villas that will be included in the hotel.
La Hacienda Links Resort is a world-class golf destination that once you visit, you will never forget. You'll meet Dove later on in the show as she offers some great travel tips. Now, for windy courses such as La Hacienda, a trusted knockdown shot is required to score well. Dennis Hoy of Yarmouth Golf joins us now and offers a tip on how to hit a knockdown shot.
Hi, I'm Dennis Hoy, head golf professional at Yarmouth Golf, here today with my assistant professional, Ian DeArmond. We're here today to talk about how to play shots in the wind here at Bass River Golf Course, which is a very windy spot on Cape Cod. So what we're trying to learn how to do today is how to hit knockdown shots. And then following that, we're going to do some course management things on how to play the wind and make your golf game better on a breezy day. Wind's coming straight at us from the right. It's going to be a tough shot to get to the green with the regular club that you're going to play. So when you're hitting shots into the wind, a couple things you want to learn how to do. Number one, you want to learn how to flight that ball a lot lower than you normally would, which means when you're hitting into the ball, you're going to take a lower takeaway, come into the ball with a little more of a shallower attack angle. You're going to move the ball back in your stance. A normal shot with an iron, what do you get, 7-iron today?
I got an 8-iron.
8-iron. So what you'd normally do, that would be a little in front of center in your normal stance. So today what he wants to do is move the ball a little further back in his stance, okay, and take a little bit of a shallower angle of attack. So when he hits the shot, he's not hitting down it as steep as he normally would. What happens with most shots, if you're hitting down steep, the ball is going to jump, get up in the air, and have a lot more spin on it. On a calm day, that's great, but on a day where it's windy and blowing at you, that's not going to help you very much. So what you're trying to do is take as much spin out of the ball as you can, flight it a little bit lower, and that's going to help you get through that wind much better than you would in a normal shot. All right, Ian, great job. Nice par. Battling through the wind was a good way to go. So what we want to talk about now is what's the important part about playing in the wind is learning how to manage the golf course. One of the things that happens a lot of times, whether you're into the wind or downwind, it's important to try to keep that ball flighted and down because there's so much that can happen. Once you get a lot of spin on the golf ball, get the ball airborne, the wind is going to take that golf ball. So it's really important when you're playing how to manage the golf course to pick the right clubs at the right time. Sometimes take extra club just so you can help keep that ball down even a little bit lower and hit these shots with the ball position a little bit back, lower angle, and stay with that, and that's going to really help you improve on a windy day.
Next, our golf travel expert Dove Jones offers some great tips when Golf Destination, presented by Goslings of Bermuda, continues.
Golf Destination is brought to you in part by Goslings, the official rum of leisure.
Welcome back to Golf Destination from the Sociable Studios. I'm Meredith Gorman. Dove Jones is known throughout the golf industry as an expert on golf travel. Today, Dub tells us why it's sometimes best to travel solo or with just one other person when you go on your golf trip.
One of my things is you don't need to travel with a foursome or an eightsome. I travel a lot on my own or with someone so that I can change my plans fairly quickly. So when I go to the UK, a lot of times I won't have any tea times. I won't even have any hotel accommodations. And I'll kind of judge it by the weather. From the top of Scotland to the bottom of England, it's only, well, from where you're going, St. Andrews down to Cornwall is only like 10 hours. It's a little different than trying to drive across the state. Ireland's a little different because it's kind of a wider body. But again, a lot of times I travel and watch the weather. Now, you can't do that if you've got to have a set itinerary and you've got a foursome and you've got to have those tee times. Tee times have become really valuable, especially on the bigger courses. But my other secret is probably some of the best times I've ever had on the golf courses over there or anywhere is when I've played the smaller ones, when I've just kind of driven around and off the beaten path. And, you know, the islands of Scotland to me are one of the most magical places to play golf. They're little, they have honor boxes where you just put your green fee in. They're not the most manicured, they're not on anyone's top 100, and they're magical. The views, the people, and playing with members to me, especially in small local places, is truly discovering the essence of Ireland or Scotland or South Africa or wherever you may be. It's just one of those things that I think really adds to your trip.
Visit golfdestination.tv, our hub for program scheduling and our social media. Thanks for joining us on Golf Destination. I'm Meredith Gorman, and we'll see you next time.